So just starting with Megaport, you may have seen we downgraded our recommendation to a hold on that stock. We still do have a positive long-term view on the company, but not a buyer at the current price. Just a little bit of history. I guess the company's gone a long way in a very short period of time. They actually IPO'd back in December 15 with about 100 mil market cap. It was a startup with a pretty good idea. If we fast forward to today, just 4.5 years later, it's gone from 100 mil to to 2 billion. It is a global leader, and it's just been included in the ASX 200. So execution from this team has been really, really strong, and we do think they'll continue to benefit from that structural growth wave, which is cloud computing and digitisation. However, for now, we think the stock needs a breather, which is why we've moved to a hold. I've had a few questions just about Digital Realty as well, who were a strategic investor in the company. They've just sold out. To be honest, that doesn't bother us at all. I think it's not really an issue at all. But what it does mean is that there's $100 million of stock that's been fed into the market, which will probably take the buying tension out of that ASX 200 index inclusion. So you've got that going. And the other thing to be aware of is that in the third quarter, they got a really strong benefit from a weak Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar's bounced back quite strongly. So it's going to be harder to deliver growth in the fourth quarter, which they'll announce next month, just given the Aussie dollar there and a record third quarter number. So that's, overall, we're still big fans of Megaport. We have moved back to a hold. Also just acknowledging, it's been a 10-bagger, so we think there's probably a lot of people that are quite overweight this name, so understand the need to trim a few positions there to manage risk. But overall, we still think this is a great business with great long-term potential. Secondly, if we move on to Firstwave, we have just upgraded our recommendation there to a speculative buy. Firstwave is a cybersecurity company. Actually, a lot like Megaport, what they do is offer flexible enterprise-grade solutions to small to medium business on a monthly fee. We spoke about Firstwave as part of its recent capital raising, but just for those who missed it, just a reminder, it's performed historically very poorly, I think, due to two key things. Number one was lack of funding, which meant it was perpetually come capital raise. And number two was an inability to deliver sales traction. We think they've actually solved both of those problems now. On the funding side of things, they've raised enough capital to be self-funding, and therefore this company's finally no longer come raise, which means investors will actually have a reason to buy the stock on market, assuming they execute. And then secondly, if you look at the new team, I think they've shown and they've delivered all the steps you need to see sales flying from this point. So I'll refer you to the note for details, but definitely encourage everyone to have a look. FCT is a small speculative stock. It's got significant potential, good management, and all you really need to do is watch the sales number on that stock. If its sales growth continues, or starts, I should say, starts and continues to grow, we would expect the share price to follow. So in summary, no longer buyers of Megaport. We've downgraded to a hold there. I acknowledge clients might want to trim some very overweight positions. If you're looking for somewhere to put that and you're happy to go up the risk profile, then have a look at Firstwave, which we've upgraded to a speculative buy. Thank you.